All right, welcome everybody. This is will be a pretty brief session, about 30 minutes, to talk about AI and Practice ERP and Oracle NetSuite. There was some pretty significant announcements about a month ago, and I'll actually at the end of it show you AI in action. So we'll open this up for some questions at the end. My name is Dirk Schimpa, by the way. I'm the CEO of Practice ERP. But let's get started. Um, yes, about a month ago, Oracle NetSuite every year has their annual customer conference in Vegas. It's been there for quite a few years. Usually, right around 8 to 10,000 people show up at this thing, and they had their largest announcement in the last at least 10 to 15 years, and what they announced was NetSuite Next. And I'll also be kind of talking about Oracle Cloud Infrastructure in context of that here towards the end. That's also pretty significant. So, yes, Oracle announces NetSuite Next on OCI, which is that Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Um, uh, Basically, the best AI is built on the best data. And, we continue to ask firms, is your data ready for AI? Um, One of the benefits of Practice ERP is we are a system of truth. So everything, from your CRM to client managements, projects, time and expenses to your billing to finance, all of that is in one system of truth. And, the importance of having a single, having your data, having your AI layer over this one system of truth versus multiple disparate system will greatly enhance the use of AI over time. So what is NetSuite Next? It is a whole new, yes, it is a whole new user interface. It's this is basically a screenshot of NetSuite Next that will have, all sorts of new graphical elements, key performance indicators, different tasks. It's a much flatter view. The biggest thing I would call out is this search or ask Oracle AI at the bottom. So we're going to do a deeper dive into this. Um, so it is not just a UI. Oracle every 3 years do release a new user interface. Um, but this is AI everywhere, completely embedded. And I'll talk a little bit more about what's all coming. It's not a new SKU. It doesn't require an upgrade. Basically, with a single click, um, and by the way, it is called Redwood. You'll see that. You could go to your account today and turn on Redwood. Now, this isn't NetSuite Next. This is kind of this UI that they've had out there for the last year or so. So you're more than welcome to turn it on, play around with it, and turn it off. That is not NetSuite Next. But this is what we've been told. It will be how you convert to NetSuite Next, as easy as a click of the button. We've also been told this is for sure coming in 2026. It may be as early as end of first quarter, second quarter next year. So this is very close. Like NetSuite wouldn't have announced this at Suite World if it wasn't very close. And you can see there's different press releases. You can go out to the NetSuite website and they've got a whole page on it and other links to other articles so you can kind of read about it yourself. So, what is NetSuite Next? It's a whole new UI technology. So this Jet UI technology, what does that mean? Well, today, if you're in Oracle NetSuite and Practice ERP, when you hit save or you do something, the whole page refreshes. Um, what's this Jet UI technology is when things change, it just changes that element on a page. So that in itself will help out performance, as well as there's all sorts of other kind of performance enhancements that we're hearing that are coming with this next generation. The other thing you'll see is there'll be a new mobile and desktop app uh, coming as well. So it'll be, I mean, Oracle NetSuite does have a mobile app. It's a little outdated, so we're pretty excited to kind of have the latest tech. And then again, this Ask Oracle is the AI assistant. So this Ask Oracle, you'll be able to ask it anything, right? Just like you do today with a Copilot or Chat GPT, to go somewhere, find something, build a graph, create a record, even create a workflow they were showing. So again, just imagine having Chat GPT right within PracticeERP. That's what this is.
With NetSuite Next, we've completely reimagined our global search.
I just want to make sure everyone is hearing this. Okay.
Yes.
With Ask Oracle. With NetSuite Next, we've completely reimagined our global search with Ask Oracle to instantly find any information anywhere in your account. Just start typing in your own words. For example, I want to search for a customer called Awesome Fit. Even though my spelling isn't perfect, Ask Oracle understands and displays AI-powered results right away. Need to refine? I can add more detail like open sales orders, and it instantly narrows down to exactly what I want. I can even narrow it down to sales orders with specific items. Want to create a journal entry? Just type New Journal. I don't have to learn NetSuite terminology. I use my own words, and NetSuite understands me. And for anyone who still wonders, where's the menu? Don't worry, it's right there.
So one thing I'll call out, like where it says, find a sales order, right? Find a project, find a client, create a journal entry, right? Create a time entry, create a project. Those are some of the things we kind of expect within the PracticeERP world and more. So this is, again, just a few other screenshots of NetSuite Next, right? We kind of talked about the dashboard itself, the whole Ask Oracle. I'm going to play a video here again, another video around the whole concept of a canvas, which is kind of graphs and narratives that can be just generated on the fly. This agentic workflow, there's going to be this whole tool set that I'll talk about, but you'll be able to create your own, agents and the different agentic workflow activities, and then the whole concept of a dark mode.
Here we ask, how do our most and least profitable items compare? And Ask Oracle first responds with a quick text summary, giving an immediate answer. From there, the user opens a canvas, turning that quick insight into a deeper analysis. And this is where the collaboration comes alive. The canvas isn't just a one-off answer. It's a dynamic space where the user and AI work together to refine and shape the content. First, we add discount rates into the chart. Then we expand the executive summary, tailoring the output so it becomes more than generic analysis. It becomes actionable insight. Because it's connected to NetSuite, the work remains grounded in real business data, governed by defined metrics, and immediately usable in day-to-day workflows. And Ask Oracle is fully transparent. How it interpreted your question, the data and metrics it accessed, and the logic and reasoning it applied. Finally,
so PracticeERP, its data is completely in and within and on the Oracle NetSuite. So any of the PracticeERP data will be completely available for any of this kind of narrative asks and questions and to dynamically build charts. So these are just some of the kind of the elements of NetSuite Next, right? Different charts and lists and, Ask Oracle and different things are out there. So this is just, again, another kind of visual, just kind of see some of the different kind of elements that are coming in the next generation. So I kind of mentioned the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure here early on. So why that matters is, I don't know if you've been following, again, any recent announcements over about a month ago or so, but like Larry Ellison became the richest man in the world. Oracle stock price went like this. And why Oracle's stock went so high, and it's all around OCI, and it's the cloud infrastructure. And basically, again, you can go read any about this, but all of the big players, OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, Claude, Cohere, Meta, all of them have been signing contracts and are platforming on the Oracle Cloud infrastructure for all of their AI. Now, why that matters in this context is Oracle NetSuite is already on OCI, and i.e. PracticeERP is already on OCI. So as you know, you can see all of the major players are platforming on Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Anybody on PracticeERP and Oracle NetSuite is also on that. So again, you're getting all the latest and greatest scalability, security, and other features that will come to support all of the big boys. All right, so then this is just kind of again a little bit of a summary slide, right? We kind of talked about the Oracle Cloud infrastructure, and then some of the partners that are already kind of platforming there. We talked about the UI that I showed you a bunch of different screenshots and a couple short videos. Two things I want to call out here is this Dev toolkits in Agentic or Agent Studio. So from what we understand, there'll be this entire toolkit where you can build your own agents, your own agentic workflows, and that'll be available for us as partners, but also for you as prospects and clients to leverage this entire AI tool set that's coming. And then the concept around an AI connector that is actually live today. So there currently are two AI agents, Claude and ChatGPT. You can connect via what is called an MCP connector. And I'm going to just jump over and show you what that looks like. So I'm in PracticeERP. If I open up my client record, we've added this Ask AI button. And a couple things I will call out. This does require a pro version of either Claude or ChatGPT. And our team can assist you with the connections, but right in here you can connect to your account. And when you connect, it associates with whatever role and security that you have, right? So if I'm a staff accountant, I only get access to a limited set. Where if I'm a controller or a task flow admin, right, then I get access to that data. So the security follows today's users and their roles from a security standpoint. Once we're in, right, I can now ask it anything about Oracle NetSuite and PracticeERP. So what I've done, and this is within Claude, you can have these concepts of projects. So I have a couple examples that I've already kind of mocked up. So here's an example. I got to scroll way to the top. Where I've just started asking let's play around with it, right? Let's ask a few different questions. So I asked for the billing address of my client, Urban Pause. Then, so it went and found the billing address. Okay, that's fun. Then I asked, well, can you find any open projects for this client? So it went and found all the open projects for this client. Now I do apologize. This is my demo set, so my data is a little could be cleaned up a little bit, but it went and found all my open projects. Then I asked, well, can just find me the ones that are past due. So again, went and did the same thing, went and found all the ones that are past due. At this point, I just went in a completely different direction. And I said, okay, bring me my top 10 clients with the highest AR balance, right? So it went and found all of those clients, including it brought back the email and phone numbers. It's like, well, if you want the AR, you probably want to email or call them. So it went and did that, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Can you turn that into a graph? So I asked it to turn it into a chart. So here's an example of the chart. And I could publish this or whatever, right? So again, this is just standard kind of AI stuff, even today. At this point, I kind of went in a different direction. I'm like, give me all of the open invoices for a given client. That Budget Blazers above had some pretty high AR. So here is all of the open invoices, how many days old, different stuff here. And at this point, I'm like, okay, can you just summarize all of the above into a nice PDF? So um, here is the PDF report it generated. So here's the customer information. It went now and found, okay, there's 43 open projects, 23 are past due. There's a past due rate of 53%, and there's 7 from 2023. Maybe I should get those cleaned up, right? And then, project by project, it put a nice chart and kind of highlighted which ones are open and past due. It provided kind of critical ones to really think about. Here's those top 10 clients with the AR balance and the contact information if I want to reach out. Some key insights. We can see Cora's had 20 open invoices. It kind of calculated, a risk ratio and percentage. Here it went for that one client, and it actually aged that one client automatically and kind of assigned a risk level. And then, same thing, how many days past due, provided all of those invoices into a nice chart and how many days. And then, highlighted some critical concerns. So you could see within, 5 minutes, I asked a bunch of questions and created a nice summary PDF, right? This is generally standard AI stuff. So some other examples. One example was, you know, for time entry. So a couple things I did, basically just go create a time entry, right? I just typed it in and it went and created a time entry. And then I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. Actually, it'd be easier for me as an end user if I had a form. So it went and created a form, and then when you say generate time entry, right, it went and created this time entry, right? So that's just an example where in the first example, we were doing some querying and creating reports and data and charts. In this example, we're actually creating records, right? We're adding to and creating records. So if I go back to, let's go back to one last example. Like I did an employee profitability. This is kind of the same as the clients. Um, but then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm from within Practice ERP. I'm gonna export all of my projects today, right? Everything I'm working on today. We can easily export anything out of Practice ERP into Excel. And then so I went and just exported that. I updated the hours in a column, right? And then I just uploaded that Excel spreadsheet and I said, okay, please create time records from from this Excel spreadsheet. So again, it went and did a bunch of work. And here it successfully created these clients against these projects for these hours. Um, so this is an example of like the first example was uh, just a general query. The other example is where we actually created basically an agent that can create time entries, right? So we definitely foresee over time, right? Oracle NetSuite is going to be creating agents to create records, update records. We will also, Practice ERP team will be creating agents as well. And then our team would also be able, if you need some custom agents to be, those we can support, or your team can also create your own agents, right? So, and then we kind of see over time, there'll be kind of leading practices, or here's some prompts that typically get used. So again, we see this whole thing kind of evolving over the next 6 months to a year and beyond around agents and prompts and so on and so forth. All right, so that's actually AI in action today. So if I go, this is just basically our summary slide then for today's presentation. So the biggest thing, right? PracticeERP is 100% built on and within Oracle NetSuite. So as and when Oracle releases NetSuite Next, all of the PracticeERP clients will immediately get the Ask AI, Ask Oracle agent. Our team is already, as you can see, leaning in and starting to work with different aspects and starting to kind of think, ahead in this era of how different ways AI can be leveraged. And again, AI will be embedded everywhere. Create records, create charts, run PDFs, whatever it is. It'll be very much prompts versus looking for stuff in menus and a lot of pointing and clicking. And again, like I said in the initial slide, your AI is only as good as your data that's underneath it, right? So you need to, as a goal, limit your disparate systems. Make sure if you do have disparate systems that they have open APIs so they can integrate with each other nicely and tightly so you can put AI agents over it. But generally, your data is going to be more valuable than ever. So, is your data ready is a common thing we keep asking out there. And then, we talked about the benefit of Oracle NetSuite and completely and already being on the OCI infrastructure. And that's the end of the presentation.